Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Can anyone hear me? Oh no. Right, can anyone hear me? Uh-oh. Just give me a sec, you guys. All right. Okay, just give me 1 second, please. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Um, Before I start, I just want to do a really quick audio check. Can someone drop a one if they can hear me all right? Hey, Mishdan. Okay, great. Awesome. Hi, Daisy's mom. Hi, Biggie. Hey, Donna. Hey, Conversations. All right. Okay, great. So, hey, everyone. I'm back from a much needed hiatus, which is needed from time to time, especially when, dipping and dabbling within the true crime community. But I would like to thank everyone who's here now, those who will pop up a little later on, and those who will be watching on replay. Thank you for being here. And a great big thank you to my amazing and wonderful girlfriends who also happen to be moderators for this channel. I love you ladies to the moon and back again. Just a small reminder, please, everyone, keep the comments respectful and be kind to each other and the moderators. It helps keep this platform a safe space for everyone. Um, Regardless of the break from creating videos, I have been watching, and my God, just when you think you've seen it all, and just when you think that there couldn't possibly be a case that tops the last, one is equally horrifying happens. Um, the case that we're going to be discussing today is the Madeline Soto case. And just a trigger warning to everyone, this case is extremely graphic. It's upsetting. This one's just right up there with Chris Watts. It's it's jaw-dropping, excuse me, and just baffling, um, how much of a blatant liar this this individual is, with the audacity to sit in front of, the media with the crocodile tears and just put on this performance of a lifetime, you know? Um, well, the stories given don't quite add up, um, where there are, still puzzle pieces missing, the energy's kind of off, and we're left with more questions than answers. Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And all of us within the true crime community definitely smell something in the air. Um, the things we'll be discussing today are basically snippets from the news, allegations, speculations, theories, and our sole opinions. for educational purposes only, as this case continues to unfold. If you aren't yet familiar with this case, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version rundown before showing you interview videos. Just one second. One second. Okay. So this is 13-year-old Madeline Soto from Kissimmee, Florida. She was reported missing Monday, February 26th, one day after her 13th birthday party. Her mother's boyfriend, who's pictured here in the family photo, is Stephan Stearns. He had supposedly driven Madeline to school, but dropped her off across the street from the school at Peace United Methodist at 8:30 a.m. and stated that Madeline was too embarrassed to be dropped off directly at the school. And when her mother went to go pick her up after school, Madeline wasn't there. She was informed that Madeline wasn't even at school that day and was marked as absent. Her mother then stated that she called 911. Wednesday, February the 28th, the mother's boyfriend, Stephan Stearns, was arrested, but he wasn't arrested for her disappearance, but for what was found on his phone after he conveniently factory reset it. Um, and what was found on his phone? Explicit content with a child under the age of 12 and battery. 5 days after Madeline's disappearance, a press conference was held where the Orange County Sheriff's Department stated investigators were confident that Madeline Soto was deceased. Hours after the press conference, Madeline's body was found by a search team in a wooded area off of Hickory Tree Road. Whew. Okay, so let's unpack this together. Now, before I play the interviews, I want to read what was on the affidavit for what was found on his phone, so that when you watch the interview, you can watch with the true understanding of just how disgusting and sick this man is, and just how skilled he is at lying, and even how careful he was to not use past tense language. It's It's just unbelievable watching his interview now that we all know what's on the affidavit, and if you don't know, you're about to. So, um, again, trigger warning, this is extremely graphic, extremely. So, discretion is advised, okay, guys? This is yeah, okay. One second. Alrighty. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is the affidavit. Just let me skedaddle past the first 2 pages, which is just basically summing up, her going missing and what have you. So I wanna focus on the last page of the affidavit that I have up here, and it reads, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is as much as I can zoom it in, so I apologize if you can't see it. It states, after an extensive canvass of the area and interviews with the victim's family and friends, it was unusual for the victim to be dropped off down the street from the school and not stay in communication with family and friends. Upon reviewing the contents of Stephan's phone, Stephan is mom's boyfriend, okay? Upon reviewing the contents of Stephan's phone, several images and videos were located which depicted the missing juvenile with her breasts, vagina, and anal opening as the focal point of the pictures and videos. There were also pictures and videos depicting the missing juvenile's vagina and mouth being penetrated by a penis. As such, the files depict the sexual performance of a child. Your affiant has probable cause to believe Stephan was in possession of material depicting the sexual performance of a child. It should be noted the penis observed penetrating the victim had distinct marking on it, which consisted of bright pinkish colored skin below the head of the penis until approximately a quarter of the length down the shaft of the penis. Several other pictures capturing this distinct pattern were observed on the phone. Further, as your affiant was reviewing the pictures and videos, I was observing several different pieces of clothing to include patterned underwear, shirts, blankets, and sheets. Simultaneously, detectives of the Orange County Sheriff's Office were executing a search warrant at Stephan's home address. There's the address. This address is also where the victim and her mother live. The detectives searching the residence were contacted and confirmed they found the same distinctive clothing both in Stephan's room and the victim's room. Based on the totality of the circumstances, your affiant has probable cause to believe Stephan committed a sexual battery on the victim. Okay. That's wow. That's just disgusting, okay? I'm wow. Um, okay. I just had to breathe a second because just wow. Now that we have read what was on the affidavit and fully understand why he's charged and fully understand his charges, I just want to point out, what sexual battery means, okay? So, in America, because, this probably has different definitions everywhere. In America, the definition of sexual battery is forced or attempted oral, anal, or vaginal penetration by using a sexual organ or an object simulating a sexual organ, or the anal or vaginal penetration of another, or by another body part or foreign object. Both males and females can be victims of sexual battery. Okay. So disgusting. Um, just wanted to clarify what that means just in case anybody, you know, didn't know what that meant. Um, all right. So now that we have read what was, on the affidavit and fully understand his charges, and now we know what kind of person he is. And now we know what he has done. Okay. So now I want us all to take a look at the interviews through these new set of eyes, okay, through this new set of understanding. Um, so I'm going to show the interview depicting Madeline's mother, Jennifer Soto, and her boyfriend, Stephan Stearns. I want you to pay close attention to details being given and both of their behaviors. Um, Watching his interview now that I know what I know just makes my blood run cold, knowing what was found in his phone and knowing that he has been abusing Madeline for an extended period of time. He certainly put on a grand performance and didn't miss a beat. So this is terrifying to know that he is this skilled at lying and manipulating. okay? So let's take a look, guys.
Okay. So the first question is if I can have your first, your last name, and spell them both out for me.
Okay. Jennifer Soto, JENNIFER SOTO.
Mother.
Mother.
Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
I feel like I can't breathe. All I keep thinking about is, where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay? But we're all a wreck. My entire family is a mess. We're just so worried.
When did you first realize, or when did you file a missing report?
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing. We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry. That should be it. Sorry about that. We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
You share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I know you had conversations with detectives. Not sure what that conversation is, but whichever you feel comfortable sharing, that will put the awareness out there.
Yeah, she was spotted walking by the church, by the middle school, on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it. Yeah.
What has the school said? Have you given in contact with the school?
Yes, that they're doing everything they can. They've given me all their resources. The principals called me. They've looked at their cameras. I don't think they've caught anything on the cameras that's too far away from the sidewalk. Everything is too grainy, so they can't see specific faces. But they've looked. I'm just waiting to hear anything else from them.
Is this normal behavior?
Not at all.
To just not show up or call or text or anything?
Not at all, no. She, from time to time, she will leave her cell phone at home accidentally, and that's actually what happened yesterday. She left her phone at home. She went to school. But that happens from time to time. She's got ADHD, her memory. She's very forgetful. So yeah, there's no way to track her right now because the detectives don't have her phone. But this isn't normal behavior now.
What was the last thing, I guess, the conversation that you two had, you and your daughter?
We spoke about her birthday party. She had a birthday party on Sunday. She had a great time. I couldn't make it because I was working. But she had an amazing time. She was so happy with all her gifts. I told her good night, and yeah, that was it. I wasn't the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. But yeah.
13?
She's 13 years old, yes.
13, Madeline?
Madeline.
What are you thinking right now?
In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. this isn't like her to just pick up and run away, or just not go to school. I don't know what to think.
Friends, the friends' parents, you've contacted and went through every single person?
Everyone that we know that she knows, we've contacted them all, reached out to them. The parents have gone out to search and look for her as well. And we haven't come up with anything yet.
I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook, Hunters Creek, rants and raves and what have you. Did people say that they were going to conduct some type of like search party or anything?
A lot of people have asked me to volunteer, like if there is one, if they can do one. I have people passing out flyers, going to every store in that vicinity, a gas station, church. I think people were being stopped in the street this morning in front of the school to see if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything. My family they're going all out right now. Yeah.
I know as a mother, you have a lot is going on in your brain.
So much
to bring her back home. What have the law enforcement told you that you are able to share?
I mean, that they're doing the best they can. They've had detectives come out, interview us. They took a piece of her clothing for the canine dog to see if they can sniff her out. I'm not sure when that's being done.
Do you have any inkling where she possibly could be? Like if you would say, okay, last time I went to work and came back, she was at James' house or Sabrina's house, and maybe I forgot to check that house, or she played at this park one week and maybe she went back there or something like that.
We've looked everywhere we could have thought, and anywhere she would have been. She would have known to wait for me at the school. But we did check if she could have walked. My mom's office is close to the school. We checked there. We checked the walking paths that she could have taken. We've checked all of her friend's house. I think we've checked everywhere I could think of, honestly.
What do you think? Oh gosh, I just had it tip my tongue. What was she wearing?
She was last seen wearing a green hoodie, black shorts, white Crocs, a black JanSport backpack with gray hibiscus flowers on it. That's about it.
And you said this is not like her.
Not at all.
To run away.
Not at all.
To run away.
Now, I just want to pause it for a second and point out to keep in mind of what she's saying, what she was last found or last seen wearing, right? So she was found in jeans. So I'm just going to put that out there real quick.
Argument, anything like that to provoke her?
She's never done anything like this, no. And we haven't had any arguments recently to have this outcome.
What school?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Tom, any questions?
No.
Is there anything that you think our viewers would need to know about the way you're feeling, the way the family's feeling, Madeline?
We are desperate for any answers, anything that you could do to help. I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home. I just hope you're okay, Maddie. I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
When did you notice that she was missing? Because this was at the beginning of the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning. We did not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up, and she wasn't at school.
So we're going in 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. No word. No text message. No messages anywhere from her. I've looked at all her social medias. I've looked at all her games she could have played with. Any app. No weird conversations. Nothing strange. Everything was conversations with just normal friends or us.
She knows how to get home by herself, as if, like, let's just say, take a bus or an Uber or something like that. She would know how to get home alone, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she would know how to get home. Maybe, I mean, I'm thinking if someone got in the car with her and if she pointed the way, what roads, she probably could figure out how to get, but like, does she know her full address? I don't think she does.
Which would give me it just puts in my brain that she always comes home with someone.
She always comes home with me.
There's no need for her to really learn. Okay. And you said no time? I think that was everything. All right, the first question is if I can get your first and last name and spell them both out for me.
Stephan Stearns, Stephan St.
Okay, really quick. So I just want you guys to just we're gonna get into the mom. We're definitely gonna get into the mom, but now that we know what we know, I want you guys to really pay attention to this guy's interview and the dramatics and, his facial expressions, the crocodile tears, him having a tissue and wiping tears that aren't even there. By the way, they're not there. And watch what he says, how he says it, his everything. Just pay attention to everything now that we know what we know, okay? Let's watch.
Erns.
All right, so Stephan, you seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw her.
What were the conversations that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off?
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her have a good day at school when she got out, and I love her. She said thanks, love you too. That was it.
And so where do you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type that would just run off. We don't know where she can be, and we're scared. We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with my day. It's hard not to blame myself.
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me. She's been holding it together really well, but it just keeps coming in waves. Just the reality keeps hitting. And we don't know where she is. We don't know if she's safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground?
Sorry for pausing it again. So Donna, ever since he said he has an alien mouth, I have been nonstop laughing every time I look at him, and now I can't unsee it. This case is not a laughing matter. There's nothing funny about this case, but it's just something that I cannot unsee now. Continue.
Now,
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off, and we looked all up and down the road, all along the communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street. Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on, and that was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage and not much else.
Does it seem like she walked west, east?
Uh, they said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
What was the language? Not language verbally, language, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet
She
my
was
friends?
happy. She had a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had a 13th birthday party. She was happy that we were all together here, and she's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just not knowing.
So the unknown is killing you.
Yeah, it's like our whole world is upside down. And not feeling her presence here is. Sorry. It's hard.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't need to apologize. What do you want our viewers to know when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone were to come in contact with her and you gave me her diagnoses, would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
If you can sum up in one complete sentence, waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. In one complete sentence, what would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare. Day started off like any other. And I just want to wake up and just get hit with waves of the reality. Just it's setting in. As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart because we knew it wasn't going to come to an end. And now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing. Just conflicting reports here and there. People say they see this or that. None of it's conclusive and none of it's helpful. We just want our baby girl back.
Tom, any questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Just because you hold it there for me.
Okay, so wow. Unbelievable. The performance he put on is just wow. Isn't that horrifying? Like not a single tear from him, but he's sniffling, sounding just defeated and heartbroken, and he's got a Kleenex and he's dabbing his eye. Like there's no tears there to dab. Like what? I don't know. It just to me, he looks so completely dead behind the eyes. Like, do you ever look at a shark and they just have just black round eyes and they're just flat? Like that's what he reminds me of. I don't know if it's because I don't know. But to watch this man perform like this, knowing what was found in his phone, it's just unbelievable. It's sociopathic to me, and, like, this by far surpasses the Chris Watts porch interview, okay? Like, for this man to be able to sit there and just put on this act as if he's devastated and concerned, after what he's done to her, it absolutely sickens me. So, um, I know I have this, image sitting up there waiting, but, before I get into the times, what do we think about the mother's interview? Okay? um, because I know we're all trying to give Madeline's mother, the benefit of the doubt because, realistically, something like this happening, it's horrific. It's unimaginable for a parent to go through. However, some of her statements and both of their behaviors has us questioning quite a few things. Um, are we all looking too much into the inconsistencies or are we all kind of seeing the same thing? Um, to play devil's advocate, I myself freeze up and become fidgety when on camera because it's something that I'm not comfortable with. I can't focus or concentrate on what I'm saying or wanting to say when I'm speaking if I'm on camera. It's like, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time kinda thing. That's me, right? Um, so I can give the mother that much. Perhaps she was uncomfortable being on camera. Okay. I will give her that just to be fair. But that is all that I will give her because there's just too many inconsistencies for me. Like she stated, the last time that she talked to her daughter was the night before her disappearance, about her birthday party. Then, quote, told her good night, and that was it. But then she stated that she seen her daughter getting dressed for school around 8 a.m. the morning that she disappeared. Oh, so which one was it? Did she see her the night before, or did she see her the morning of at 8 AM? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, um, what do we think? What do we think about the mother, guys? Let's see. Um, I'm just gonna read chat. Uh, she implicated herself by lying. Exactly. I'm trying to, but there's just something off with her, too many contradictions. Exactly. Mhm. No emotion says it all. Yep. If my child was missing, I'd not give a crap about being on camera. I'd be a mess. Exactly. Okay, so we're all kinda on the same page and, you know, looking at this, mm, kinda through the same lens. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't being too reachy, because, it's easy for all of us to be, judging in certain situations that we ourselves haven't been in because we don't know how we would react, right? In such a terrifying situation like that. So I was just giving her that little itty bitty tiny benefit of the doubt, you know. Um, but yeah. Um, so speaking of inconsistencies, um, so in this case, there's footage of Stefan at 7:35 AM, um, disposing of items in the apartment complex's dumpster. Then the mother is stating that she last time she seen Madeline was at 8 AM the morning of. And then law enforcement stated that, um, they seen Stefan return to the apartment complex in his vehicle with Madeline in the car, presumed deceased at 8:19 AM. Okay, so this is what's confusing to me is because that's quite a gap of time, you know, that's quite a gap of time. Okay. So let's talk about that. Okay. So 7:35 a.m. is the time of the backpack and the laptop being thrown in the dumpster. Um, but then that got me thinking, if if mom's boyfriend was throwing her backpack and laptop in the dumpster at 7:35 a.m., would that would that mean that Madeline was already deceased? Because if she was alive at that time, wouldn't she be w needing her backpack or holding her backpack ready for school? Um, wouldn't she be making a fuss about, him having her backpack or, wouldn't she be looking for it? Like, these are the questions that I'm wondering, like, if he was on CCTV at 7:35 disposing of these items, was she alive? Um, so how did the mother not hear or see this? Okay? If she were alive, why would she leave her cell phone? No teenager on the face of the earth is gonna leave their cell phone. That is their lifeline. They live on these cell phones. Maybe not when we were teenagers, but now? My gosh, my goodness. It never happened. Um, it doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, so 8:19 AM, he's seen on video returning to the apartment complex where Madeline was seen in the vehicle, presumed deceased. So, where was he with Madeline from 7:35 AM to 8:19 AM? Where was he? Where was she? Where were they? Where were they for 45 minutes? Also, this conflicts with her mother's story claiming that she saw Madeline at 8 AM getting dressed for school. Okay? Because if she saw Madeline at 8 AM, this means mom was still home. And if she was still home, did the murder occur inside of the apartment with the mother mere feet away, or or did the murder happen in his vehicle between when she saw her at 8 AM and between 8:19 AM, when law enforcement states that she was seen on video when he returned in the vehicle with Madeline where she was presumed deceased? Because this timeline doesn't make sense, you guys. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so if the mother is telling the truth and 8 AM was the last time that she saw Madeline, then what happened? So in a 19-minute window, Madeline finished getting ready for school, left with Stephan, was murdered, and then returned in the vehicle and was spotted on video in a 19-minute window. And this this isn't mathing. This is not mathing. This does not make sense to me. You know, so that in itself just has me kinda looking at mom like, mm. Um, that has me question, where did the crime happen if the mother is telling the truth about seeing her at 8 AM? If law enforcement has determined that Madeline was deceased at 8:19 AM, if that is, an ironclad fact, then where did it happen? How did it happen? Either she was deceased in the apartment and the mother is lying, or her life was taken in Stephan's vehicle, okay? If her life was taken in Stephan's vehicle, it had to have been in that 45-minute gap, but then that, also has me questioning, well, why would he be spotted at 7:35 AM throwing her belongings in the dumpster? That has me thinking that maybe she was deceased at that time, before then. But then if that's the truth, then why is mom lying about seeing her at 8 AM? And where is the footage of Stephan and Madeline exiting the apartment complex to go to the vehicle? Was she on foot walking with him? Was he carrying her? This bit of information was kind of left out and kind of has us all wondering like, okay, where's the footage of that? They have footage of him throwing her stuff in the dumpster. They have footage of him returning at 8:19. Where is the footage of them exiting the apartment complex to go to said vehicle in the first place? I need to know, we need to know, was she on foot, alive and well, or was he carrying her? Because that right there will kind of let us know about mom, okay? And about mom's, story. Um, um, so, yeah, I also read some comments, stating that, no one is going to stop on a highway to abduct a teenager, and no one would drop a teenager off where they would have to cross a highway to get to school. So I went online and I was kind of looking on, Google Earth, like, at the area, and hold on, I'll just pull it up. Just give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is the area, um, the distance between the church where he stated that he dropped her off at and her school. So there is, sidewalks along the entire way, and there is a school crosswalk. So, I mean, it's not directly on a highway, like, she wouldn't have to cross a highway to get there or whatever. Like, it's safe to walk and what have you, but, I mean, that's just his lying ass story. Um, but this, looking at this, it got me wondering and it got me thinking, um why would she, if it were remotely true, and I definitely don't think that it is, but that's just my opinion. If she did wanna be dropped off at the church, right? Because she was embarrassed, as he stated. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys, my cat was jingling her bell. Okay, so if that is true and she was embarrassed and she didn't wanna be dropped off, um, all this way between the church and her school, there are so many different areas to be dropped off where she wouldn't be embarrassed, along the way that is at least a little bit closer to her school where she wouldn't have to walk as far. And if he is not telling the truth and he just kind of picked that location in his mind to, drop her off at, or lie about dropping her off at, I start to wonder, like, why he picked that place. I'm starting to think, like, okay, was he driving around and looking for, uh, locations that didn't have any CCTV? Like, how premeditated was this? Because why would he pick that place out of all places to lie about dropping her off at? Because going along this route between, the church and her middle school, there's so many different places he could have lied about dropping her off at, so it just kinda makes me wonder, maybe he was, like, scouting the route and looking to see, where there's video cameras and things of that nature, so kinda just makes you wonder. It's probably a moot point, but still nonetheless noteworthy, I guess. Okay, so, um oh, uh, mom stated, about Madeline leaving her cell phone at home. Okay. I I'm pretty much I pretty much think that we would all agree that no no teenager in today's day and time is going to leave their phone, you know, at home, okay? I just find it kind of bizarre how mom blamed Madeline's ADHD. I don't know if I'm reaching a little bit too much, but I just think it's bizarre for her mother to be, kind of like overcompensating or like over explaining why the cell phone was left at home. And, it kind of felt like she was making excuses for it. I don't know, like, again, this is just my own opinion, um, not facts, but it's just something up for discussion. Um, this is also something, um, that I thought was just bizarre. So when law enforcement asked for Stephan's phone, Stephan stated that he conveniently factory reset his phone by accident. This was rich. And he accidentally factory reset his phone the day Madeline disappeared. I just how convenient, right? So then I got to thinking and I said to myself, I said, "Self, how does one accidentally factory reset their phone?" And I went into my own settings and like, yeah, I know everyone's phone's different. Some people have iPhones, some people have Androids. I have an Android. And I was tinkering around in the settings just to kind of see. And I screen recorded it. And I'm just going to show you guys if anyone here has never factory reset their phone. It's not like you can accidentally pocket dial somebody. That happens. Not so much with, like, the touchscreen phones now because a lot of them are, like, Face ID or thumbprint ID or password still, so it's happening less and less these days. So, for something like an accidental factory reset, I thought it was too comical not to share. So, um, I'm gonna share with you guys, uh, a screen recording of how to get to factory reset in Android. So, here we go. Yeah, and so, yeah, I really wanted to share that because, um, like, how many clicks does it take to get there? How many accidental clicks and accidental scrolls? It's too much, I'm just like, "Wow, this guy is just a moron." Um, okay. I also wanna talk about, the metadata from his phone. Um, So I guess the abuse dates back to August of 2022 when Madeline was 11, you guys. 11. Okay. Um, and the abuse was determined to have taken place inside of the family home. Now, I'm not blaming mom for this. We're just discussing, but how did mom not know that this abuse was going on? Like, totally understandable. She could have been at work, but oh my God. Um, this just makes me completely sick. Oh my God. So then that makes me wonder about, the text messages that Madeline was sending out on February the 22nd to her friends stating that she wanted to, quote, live in the woods when she turned 13. So was she texting her friends this because of the ongoing abuse, like she wanted to run away or something? But then, it got me thinking, was it even Madeline that sent the text? Was it her that even sent the text? Did he send the text posing as her to kind of like set up, um what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like set up his oh my God, I can't think of it, but you know where I'm going with I'm so sorry. But like to make it appear like she, ran away and just succumbed to the elements. Alibi. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Set the narrative. Thank you. Conversations Unplugged. Exactly. Set the narrative. Um, yeah. It got me thinking about that, and I was like, yeah, she could have sent these text messages because she was being abused. Very true. But But how convenient that this text from her stated she wanted to go run away to the woods when she turned 13. Boom, a day after her birthday party, her 13th birthday party, she disappears and she's found in the woods. Whoa, a little bit too convenient for me. So I got to thinking, okay, well, if it is him that sent these text messages posing as Madeline, set the narrative, right? Well, she said she was gonna run away in the woods, and maybe she just succumbed to the elements and it got too cold or whatever. Just man. Um, so about mom. Not everybody shows their emotions the same, okay? Some people are more emotional than others, less emotional than others. That's, the beauty of the world, right? Everyone is so vastly different from the other, right? But to me, um, her mom, she lacks she seems to be lacking emotions, but that could be from the shock of what's going on because we really don't know her baseline, right? But her affect, that's what has me a little bit concerned. You know, emotions aren't always necessarily telltales of innocence because, I mean, prime example, look at Stephan's interview depicting him fake crying, you know, and look what he did. And look what he did. So emotions don't really mean, innocence or guiltiness, but my God, she could very well be in shock. But I don't know. I kind of expected a little bit more from her. You know, um, I was talking with my girlfriends about this case, and everyone is saying, if that were me, I would be a disaster, a mess. Like, I wouldn't be able to compose myself. I would be flipping out, like, and I have to agree, like, that's your child. This is, like, every parent's worst nightmare is, like, your kid not coming home and the fear of them being kidnapped. It is just a parent's worst nightmare, and she is sitting here giving, explanations and reasons for her leaving her phone at home and blaming ADHD, and I don't know, it just kind of didn't sit well with me, and then her smiling during the interview when the pet feeder was dispensing kibble and making that noise, like, I don't know if that was out of embarrassment, was she smiling out of embarrassment, or I don't know, but I just think, in my own opinion, how can a genuinely scared parent with a missing child smile because of that? I don't know. Also, um, her using "we" statements, you know, "We dropped her off, we this, we that," and then going back and reiterating, "Well, my partner dropped her off." What? It's one or the other. We as a collective dropped her off, or my partner, singular, dropped her off. It can't be both. So I don't know if she was doing this, like, out of anxiety, like, just rambling, when my anxiety's high, I ramble, I stammer and stutter around my words, so, like, I get it. Maybe she just is so used to saying "we," like, you know, "We're having a baby." Well, no, you're having a baby. You have a uterus. He contributed. So I get it. Some people just use "we" as a collective. But could this be her trying to stick to a script? I don't know. It's a possibility. It really is a possibility. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know. And then there's other footage of her consoling Stephan and, like, hugging him and rubbing his back. It just makes me so sick. And then there's another video interview that I wanna play for you guys where I want you to pay attention to what mom's saying, and then Stephan in the back, he's sitting there like a moron, cracking his knuckles, drinking a soda, walking around like he's on my nerve and he makes me wanna puke, but, um, yeah. So I'm gonna play, this next interview for you guys, and then I'm gonna open up the lines if anybody wants to come up and, jump on panel. Um, yeah. So let me press play. One moment, guys. And go ahead and tell us what's going on with Maddie.
Well, um, Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street um, and walked to school, what we thought walked to school. Um, my boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point. Um, it was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school. But she never made it that walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. Uh, she never made it to school after that. Um, it's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken, but she never made it.
And that was the last anyone's seen of her or heard from her?
Yes. I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there. So I started driving around, maybe thinking she took a walk. Maybe she decided to walk to my mom's office, which is pretty close to the school as well. I drove around and I didn't see anything. I drove back to the school. The school was closed. I emailed one of her teachers. They confirmed that she was absent all day. At that point is when I called 911 because I realized something was truly wrong.
Have you heard from like any of her friends? Has she been active on any social media?
She hasn't been active on social media, none of her chats, none of her games. We did contact all her friends. None of them had seen her Monday or heard from her. Yeah, there's no update.
And I have to ask this, and I know I hate doing it, but is she the type that would run away? Has this happened in the past or anything? Has she ever threatened?
You guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just look at this. Look at this twat sitting in the background. Like, it just infuriates me knowing everything that was found in his phone, knowing what he did to her. Just look at him sitting there, cracking his knuckles, sipping a soda. Like, what a fucking tit. Sorry.
To run away?
Never. She's never ever mentioned anything like this before, and she's not the type to want to do this. She did accidentally leave her phone on Monday, which is kind of normal for her. She's got ADHD and very forgetful. So she left her phone at home, so there's no way to trace her. They tried tracing her school laptop, but that's off, so it's not pinging to anything.
Jen, what is your fear? I know you mentioned she's on games and stuff. Do you think she could have like met somebody and tried to meet up with them?
From She's open to us. She's open with us about, if she's got a crush with anyone, and she told us she had a crush on someone at school. And I looked at their messages, nothing was weird. I looked at all of her messages, all of her deleted messages. Nothing seemed weird. It didn't seem like she was talking to anyone. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she may have been taken, because this is not like her at all to just disappear and not tell us, not let us know where she's going or who she's with. Yeah.
What are you getting from law enforcement? Are they actively searching for her? I mean, what happens now? I mean, especially that she doesn't have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent. They're also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like that's going to find anything right now. We've had people all day on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm just contacting the news to get the word out, to get some help, because I'm desperate. I'm a wreck right now.
So you think that she's been taken against her will?
I do think so, yes.
As a mom, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay, and I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back.
Are you getting any updates from law enforcement? I mean, yes, they're searching that small area, but have they gotten any hits on any scent or anything like that?
They haven't let me know anything. They haven't updated me since I spoke to them this morning. I've contacted them to get some information or to give them some leads, but I've heard nothing back.
And Jen, there's no way that she just being, a teenager.
Okay, I just want to point out really quick, how quickly did mom go from, high pitched crying to now speaking normal? Maybe I'm reaching. I don't know.
Or was like maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go hang out at so and so's house and teach her a lesson. Could that be
We
a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks or arguments or anything like that. If anything, on Sunday she celebrated her 13th birthday with my entire family and she had the best day. She was so happy. She showed us all her gifts. Um she's just a happy girl and she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So, she had the best day. I
So
just there was no moment in that evening from when she got home from the party that she had her phone or had the laptop. She went straight to getting ready and went to bed. So I know she didn't have any conversations with anyone. She didn't make plans with anyone. I didn't see any of that.
so
But yeah,
spent the whole Sunday celebrating her 13th birthday. Was her 13th birthday on that Sunday, or that was just like the time you guys were celebrating?
that was the time we were celebrating. Her birthday was on Thursday the 22nd.
Okay,
She
so
just turned 13.
but that's just so heartbreaking to be celebrating her 13th birthday and then the very next day,
She's
that's the
gone.
last you've seen of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, where do you go now? Are you gonna go out there and search or look, or what is are you sticking by the phone? Are what are you doing?
I'm staying at home, staying by the phone, hoping she just appears. Um, I know my entire family is out looking. They've all spread a bunch of flyers. I've had people contact me that they've gone to the international airport to spread flyers, to Amtrak, to Greyhound, just any way that if someone's taken her and they're trying to take her, just to show her face, just to make sure, she's not being taken against her will.
And you mentioned ADHD. Was there anything else maybe mentally on, or that you knew of?
She does suffer from anxiety, and once upon a time, she was diagnosed with autism. We had her.
Oh, there he's getting up and leaving. Absolute twat.
What's the word?
Brained maybe?
Reevaluated.
Okay.
We had her reevaluated a few months ago, actually, and they told us no, she didn't have autism, but she did have some autistic traits. She did have ADHD, some autistic traits, but not autism. So I'm not sure where to leave with that because one doctor said she did, and one doctor saying she doesn't, and I don't know. She's just in the middle, I guess. Because she does have some tendencies, but socially she's pretty great. So I'm not sure.
And with the video that you were able to see whenever your boyfriend dropped her off, where was that? Which video? Was that a surveillance camera?
It was a surveillance camera from the church, Peace Church, right next to Hunters Creek Middle School.
And do you have that video?
I don't have that. They didn't show me. They wouldn't show me. It was actually my sister was the one at location, and they were letting her know what they saw on camera.
Okay,
But they didn't show it to any of us.
got it. Okay. Jen, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Please, 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 if you have any information, contact me, contact law enforcement. Um, Maddie, if you see this, please come home. Please be safe. I love you very much. If you have my Maddie, please just let her come home. We just want her home.
Oh my god, sorry about that, guys. So, my computer just all of a sudden decided to oh my god. I'm having tech issues. Okay, sorry, let me figure out where we were at. My computer froze, so that's awesome. 1 second. Um, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Jesus of Nazareth. Okay. All right. Okay. Um, all right. Also, um, I found this quite interesting. Mom stated that she may have walked to her mother's place of business, right? So, but then she also stated Madeline didn't know her own address or how to get home. So I kind of thought that was a little bit bizarre that mom was saying that. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm reaching or I don't know if I'm not sure. It's just mom's not sitting 100% with me. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just these little things keep popping out to me every single time I rewatch the interviews. I jot down little notes, and each time I watch the interview again, it's like it's the same as the Watts case, right? It's like the more you rewatch it, the more things jump out or stand out to you. It's just it's beyond bizarre to me. Um, so also, I pulled this up for you guys 'cause I wanted to get you guys' opinions. So it was also stated that Stephan was spotted on Hickory Tree Road with a flat tire the day of Madeline's disappearance. Okay. Now, Madeline's body was found on Hickory Tree Road. So on the screen, I have like where they live, the apartment complex. Okay, so 17 miles away was where her body was discovered. Okay. So I got curious and I went on Google and I pulled up um, Google Earth and I wanted to take a look around that area and see what is out there, because as this case unfolds and as we keep up with the case and as we're being told information, I want to see what he's going to say or how he's going to weasel out of someone seeing him with a flat tire in the same area that her body was essentially found in. So I got this screen recording for you guys. Um, there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. It is, um, it's rural, okay? Like, there's field and trees and just a bunch of nothing. So, he can't state that, "Oh, I was running errands," or, you know, "I drive past this location, daily," or whatever. Like, there's nothing out there. Nothing. Nothing. It's rural. So, it's gonna be interesting to see what he has to say about why someone, has spotted him out here, because as you guys can see, there's just a bunch of nothing. There's nothing. Um, so yeah. That's just, uh, some of the things that I was able to kind of slap together today. Just things that, I've been thinking about and things that just kinda didn't make sense to me. Um, I don't know. It's just this whole thing is just baffling to me. So another creepy weird thing is him, apparently being a Disney employee. How terrifying is that, that someone like this could be around a place as notoriously known as Disney for having children there? That's like, my mind is just blown, you know, and just to think that he's been around children, like, oh my god, I don't know, you guys. It's just terrifying to me. Um, so yeah, I wanna, drop a link down and, if anybody wants to come up and chat on panel, do you wanna share your own thoughts, your own theories? If you have any questions, if you wanna talk about mom's culpability, if any, you wanna talk about Florida being a death penalty state, you wanna talk about what we think will be on the autopsy results, I mean, anything. So I'm gonna, snatch the link and drop it in the chat, but just bear with me. This is the first time I've ever, used StreamYard, when I've been operating it. Anytime I've gone up on panel with someone else, it's always been the other person that's been operating it. So just please, please bear with me. I will figure out how to do this. Just give me one sec, guys. One sec. Okay. Okay. Copy. God, I'm such a noob. I am such a noob. Just give me one sec. Okay. All right. Oh, yay, I did it. Yay. Okie dokie. Give me a sec. All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm learning how to do this. All right. Yay. All right. So, um, oops. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I apologize. I haven't really been able to look at chat because I have 4 devices on the go trying to do this. So sorry about that, guys. Um, how do I do it without the cam? Okay, so when you enter StreamYard, it will ask you to put in your display name or add like an avatar, and then it gives you the option to turn your camera on or off. So you can turn your camera off, just have your audio on. And then you enter studio. Yay! Oh, yay, guys. I think Alicia's coming up. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what is going to be in the autopsy results, you guys, because just thinking about the times, about him being at the dumpster at 7:35. No, you don't need the app, honey. You click on the link and it will bring you to the platform. And then you just enter in your information. Yeah, you click that blue link, hun. Oh. Well, hello, Donna.
Well, hello. How are you? I'm so glad you're back.
How are you doing?
Can't hear myself. I'm all messed up in here at the minute. I'm in the living room. I'm in the little girl's bedroom where it's quiet at a desk. Can you hear me? Oh no. Can you hear me?
Oh. Alicia, it says device not connected. I don't know what that means. Yes, I can hear you, Donna.
All right.
All right. Okay. Sorry about that. So what do you think is going to be on the autopsy results, Donna?
I don't. I'm like going two ways. I don't know if I honestly think it's happened in the home though. I don't think he's took her out and it's happened in the car or anywhere else. Just with the charges that they're charging him with, I think they've got something off the phone as to why they know she was deceased. And I think maybe he's gone too far and maybe strangled her, or I'm not sure. But I'd also be interested in, the toxicology as well, what that says. Because I think he's probably give us something as well. But I can't stand looking at his face.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. I can't figure it out.
And it's like for it to go on so long as well, it's just, I don't understand how the mother's not noticed any changes in a child so young, 11-year-old. She's not going to be getting up, not through what he put her through. The stuff he was doing, it's just vile. There's no way she's getting up like it's a normal
Exactly.
day.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
Hey.
I'm sorry I sound like this. It's my allergies, I promise.
She sounds fine.
Sound
Sounds
terrible.
as wonderful as ever.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're
Okay.
fine.
I think we're going to find out she was pregnant. I really do. I really do.
It's going to go either way. It's either she was pregnant or she was about to literally spill the beans on everything.
Or that, yeah. Because didn't they say she told her friend?
Yeah. And the things I honestly don't know. I just wish they'd hurry up and tell us. I mean, they've given us a lot of information like pretty early on, I think, but I do think they've got evidence on that phone as to, you know what he's either videoed or photographed. I mean, he had a lot of vile images, and with them dating back so far,
Yeah,
I
I
reckon the
definitely.
last ones he's seen are probably the end of her life.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I definitely think that he has a lot on his phone, and he is definitely
It just
screwed.
makes me sick to think about, you know?
Why would you want to tape that? I mean, record that. Why would you? I don't understand why you would want to have that. He's he's. I don't want to swear, but he's really messed up. He's really messed up.
I mean, he is like, I mean, you hear a lot of bad things, don't you, these days? And it's like, but I actually felt
Yeah,
physically
it's
sick when I heard
disgusting,
all
like
it. When
and,
I
you
when I
know
read that the other day, I thought, oh my God, you know how graphic it was, and I just thought, poor girl. It made me want to cry. You know, when you've got kids yourself as well, and it's just like, she doesn't look all with it, the mum, to me, but she's probably I don't know, I reckon she's had a lot of domestic violence with him and stuff, but they weren't even together. This is another thing I don't understand.
Yeah, that's something I read was that they live together, and he lives in the spare room, but they're co-parenting. And I don't
Yeah,
understand how you co-parent a child that isn't yours when she has a father. I don't understand.
that's just his excuse to actually the
No,
reason
I know
why he's
this.
there
I
in the
know.
property, innit? It's just he was to me, he was obsessed with that child, and you'd question that. If we've separated, why do you want to be around my child so much? Why do you want to
I
still live here?
wonder. I wonder if that's why he was crying, or fake crying, or whatever the hell he was doing, because like he knew what he did to her, and he was just so obsessed with her that maybe now he doesn't know what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, because he was just so obsessed, and now his little prized possession is gone.
I mean,
oh
it's like he
god,
could have
makes
did
me
it different ways,
cynical.
couldn't he? I mean, he could have done either way. You look at it, he was going to get found out. He weren't clever
Oh
about
yeah.
anything, were he? And it were like all the evidence. I mean, disposing of a bag and right in plain sight in a dumpster for everybody to see. But I definitely think it
Now,
was planned out as well, though. I think it was
did
premeditated, 100%.
but did someone see him do that, or was it on camera when he got rid of her stuff?
Yeah, it was seen on camera video footage. Must have been
Okay.
surveillance from the complex.
He's a real
And that was
genius.
at what were it around 7:30 a.m.
Yeah,
And
that's
then he was
just.
seen coming back to the complex at 8:19.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
but I'm sure I read that that actual law enforcement said she was deceased way before
Yeah,
that.
it
That's
doesn't
why
make
I
sense
think
to me, and that makes me wonder too, like, if she wasn't alive when they left.
Right.
Because where the hell like, can you imagine, like, leaving the house with your step-parent or whatever, and then, you know, freaking they're throwing your shit in the dumpster, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened there? It makes me think that maybe she wasn't alive when he did that, which makes me question mom claiming to see her at 8 o'clock. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think
Oh,
she
I don't
was.
think
I
Mom saw
think
her.
no, I don't think she saw her. No way. I think she was. He's told her to say that because he's probably said, "I was the last one to see her. I dropped her off at school. I'm going to get the blame for this. You need to say you saw her before she went to
Yep.
school." 100%, because and she explained things too much detail, like for someone that's
Mhm.
your child's been missing for like over 24 hours now. You wouldn't have got a word out of me on there. You wouldn't have been able to tell anything I said. I'd have been a snivelling mess. I wouldn't
I
have even
think
been
she's
sat there.
hysterical.
I wouldn't have even been sat there on a Zoom call, all cool and collected like that. I'd have been hounding out police. I'd have had to be sedated and put to sleep. That'd have been a mess.
Yeah, no, I would have too.
Just finding out my child weren't in school all day.
Did you
I'd have been
guys
fine.
happen to see or hear the interview that was done with his like an old friend of his or whatever that
Yeah.
like all the
Oh
stuff he
yeah,
was saying
he's
about
a
like how
sick
he
freak.
was when he was younger and like dating that
He
younger
saved his
Asian girl
semen.
and pretending to, telling people that she was 17 when she was really 14. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, did you guys hear about this or see this?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, and he
did.
was saving his semen in jars because he thought
He
that if you put it in a girl's drink, that she would get pregnant. Those
was a
were
bit
his
of a
exact
weirdo when he
words.
was younger.
That is just,
Oh
that's
God.
sick. Yeah. How do
Yeah,
you not know
he
at
was a bit
whatever
obsessed
age
with
you
semen.
are that that's not how it works? Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, disgusting.
I think
Definitely
he
not.
should just get the death
Like, I
penalty.
can't
I
believe
think
there's
he
really
should.
people like this. Like, really. Jesus.
Well, the sad thing is there's always been people like this. It's because there is social media and obviously word travels faster now. Oh, but now, I mean, there's more. There's definitely more, but we just didn't know how bad it was back then.
Yeah, and see, as soon as he got arrested as well, that he totally shut down and he didn't say anything, not speaking about anything.
Yeah.
He's not even charged with her murder yet. He's only charged for what they found in the phone.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for the autopsy, aren't they? And he's definitely getting more charges. I mean, they know
Building a
it's
case on
him
him.
because obviously they've seen like all the what are on the images is from in the home.
Right.
I think it's there on what's happened. They're waiting for the autopsy because there was actually, I mean, they wouldn't have charged him anyway, even though they've seen it on the phone and that, they think it's him and like with markings on the body and things like that off from him. And
Oh yeah, they
obviously, I had to
described that.
clothing and
Yeah.
stuff like it's like they can say which room it's in and stuff like that because they didn't have a body, did they?
Right.
But he'll definitely be charged with
Mm.
a murder. He's so sick. I hope he gets the death penalty.
Oh, I think he will. I think he will.
And they need to fry
Oh,
him
he
in the electric
definitely
chair.
100% will because this is Florida and Florida still got the death penalty.
I think her mother should go to jail too. There's no way she didn't know.
Yeah, she should be done for putting a child at harm anyway, because I know sometimes they can hide it well, but with the way he's been, it's not just been a little touch up here and there, is it? And like, being a bit, it's gone like way too far with everything what he's done to that child all the time, videoed it all, and it'll have been in it. He was there all the time. He didn't work. He didn't work for that long when he was working at Disney. Apparently, when they got together, he wasn't even working there that long. And I mean, on all them documents and everything, he's not working. He's one of his friends, the one that I listened to today. I don't know if it were two different people that I've listened to then, or if it was the same person. It sounded a different person. But he was saying how shocked he was and like he would never have thought it. He'd been around his kids and everything and he was like a bit of a nerd, whatever.
Oh, that had
And
to have been
he
a
was never
different
hanging
person.
around his kids, but he had two boys, you see. But the only thing that he found strange was because they'd been split up for so long.
Right.
That he was making excuses to go to the house and then actually like still stayed there and moved, I'm going to visit. Well, why are you visiting? You'd be like, well, we're pretty close still, and
I don't
I
understand
just
why
find
she
it all
kept him
strange.
there. Why keep him there if he wasn't even working? Like, what was the benefit
Exactly.
for her? She had to have been scared of him. I know we're going to hear that she was scared of him,
Yeah.
and we're going to have to, they're going to want us to feel sorry for her. And
I
I
don't feel
just
sorry
don't.
for me though,
No, I
because
don't.
I'm not being
No.
like everybody's had, gone through some kind of shit with exes and stuff like that. And when it comes to your child, I'd rather get my ass kicked and murdered myself, just to find out the truth of what's happened to my child and where she is. I
Yeah,
would not be
absolutely.
saying, well, why do you want me to say I saw her at 8 o'clock when I didn't? Why? If you've done nothing wrong, why should I implicate
Exactly.
myself?
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, no, you've done something. It must have been there in the back of her head, 100%.
Yeah, she had to have known something. Yeah, there's just no way. No way. I just don't understand why she kept him around. I'm dying to know why she kept him around.
Exactly, and that's I feel almost bad for saying it, but, like, it has to be talked about. It has to be, like, taken into consideration that you know, the time doesn't add up, and it makes me wonder, okay, well, if he was seen throwing her stuff out at 7:35 and she's saying, that she's seen her at 8 o'clock, that makes me wonder about her, and especially when her story's, conflicting like that. First she said the last time she saw or her daughter was, the night before,
Yeah.
and they were talking about her birthday, and then she said goodnight, and then she changed it and said she saw her the morning of at 8 a.m. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, and it has me wondering about, like, the time that she actually, passed away at.
Right. I also question, because I don't know if everybody knows, but she has another child. She has a son who lives with his father. Why does that child not live with her?
Yeah.
You
I
know what I
think
mean? Like,
there is definitely a lot more to come out.
Oh, Lord, I did not know that.
oh yeah, there's a little boy. I'm pretty sure that he's younger than Maddie, and his father has custody. He does not live with his. I don't even know if he sees her. When I heard the feeder thing go off, for some reason I thought that was her son. I couldn't make out what it was saying, but I thought that that was him. And I thought that's why she was laughing. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's nice that she has her other child there to like make her feel better. But I didn't realize that it was the freaking pet feeder until you said that. And then I realized my sister in law has the same exact thing. And hers makes funny sounds too, because my sister in law is a clown. But I thought that that was her son. And it wasn't even her son. It wasn't even her son. Like, I wonder where and why he doesn't
I
live with
thought she
her.
was an only child. I don't know why.
Nope, nope. There's a little boy. There's definitely a little
Mm,
boy. Yep,
definitely
yep.
strange.
Wow, I honestly had no idea about that. I thought she was an only child too.
Nope.
And it's like straight away, just like,
Let's see if I can look it up.
I just don't understand like why you would say first it's the stepfather, which to me would make out she's been married to him or married to him. But why lie about that? Straight away I find that odd. And then the boyfriend, but they're on and off. They were on and off, and then supposedly not together at all. It's just
Yeah, that's what I heard. That they're not together
when
and
you've
they're
got to lie
co-parenting.
straight away like that, you just if you've got nothing to hide, you
Oh,
don't need to lie.
I just saw something on TikTok that says it has Maddie Soto's dad crying. I'm not
Oh,
going to open it because I'm on my phone right now, but I guess there's a video of him crying. That's so sad. I'm trying to see if I can find out anything about her brother.
Jesus, poor guy.
yeah. I mean, out of everyone on these interviews that I've seen, it was probably only the aunt that looked upset out of them all. You know, actually upset with real tears.
Oh, the mom's sister?
Yeah. there's total different reactions, and it's like,
Okay, so what do you guys think? 'Cause I apologize for the lag, so it's like by the time I hear you guys, I'm like I apologize. Um, but yeah, so what do you guys think should happen to mom if, if more information is found out and it does come out that, say mom was lying, or even if, it shouldn't matter if mom was abused and kind of forced to stick to a script, or if mom, was lying on purpose. Like, what do you guys think should happen to mom in this case?
oh, I think she should be charged, because I just think there's other things though as well. If it comes out that she's tried telling her mum, because that's going around as well. It's not obviously confirmed or anything yet, but like she's told a friend and other people know she's tried telling her mum and her mum didn't believe her. Things like that. So if she's not, you know, uh, that's your safe person. You should be able to go to your mum and talk to them about anything and back you up and believe stuff, especially something as serious as that. Accusing someone who you're not even with anymore, who's living in your house. She's not protected a child at all. I mean, 2 years is a long time. It's not like it's just happened.
Yeah,
So,
that situation doesn't really make sense to me of why he's
and the
living
fact,
there in the first place.
yeah,
If they're not together, why is he living there? It's not like they own a house together and they're married and, he's staying there. This, split things or wait till a divorce is happening. Like, I don't understand why he's there.
and like, when did she? And if she has tried telling her mum, when did she try telling her mum? There's just so many questions. But like, if she told her 12 months ago, but yet she still allowed him to live there, there's just loads of questions. And then to turn around and say, oh, well, I was scared of him, blah, blah, blah. I'm not having any of that. Your child comes first.
Even if she told
It
her
wasn't
three
his
days
house. He didn't live there.
before.
They weren't together. She could have got him out of that house, no problem. I would have just reported him straight away.
Yeah, he doesn't pay bills. What the hell is he doing
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, because the Friends interview also said when he went back home for a period of time and lived it back with his mum and dad.
Oh,
And
he's a real winner.
he never worked there, but he always had money for this, that, and the other. Because I think he's a bit of a. Is he supposed to be a gamer as well? So he always had money
Like
for that.
video
He always,
games?
yeah, I think so.
Oh my god. Okay.
But we probably know what kind of video games. It probably not really video games. Some kind of other video stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Ew, what
just
a
going to be a lot.
freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think her
Ugh.
mom should definitely get in some sort of trouble. I
Yeah.
mean, depending on how much she knew, even if it was just a little bit, and even if it was 3 days before her poor daughter went missing, like whatever she knew, she's not stupid. And the way
No.
he sat behind her, she looked like she was scared, I think, in my opinion. At first, I thought maybe she was on like some sort of Valium or something, trying to keep herself cool, but also panicking at the same time. And then I realized he was sitting behind her, and it's just not normal. Why wasn't he sitting next to you? If he's your partner,
Mm.
why isn't he sitting next to you, holding your hand, comforting you? No, he sat back there to make sure she didn't mess up. And then when they started talking about her, he got up and walked away.
And the fact that was the icing on the cake for me, though, when she's stroking his arm and consoling him, and she's like, "Oh, it'll be all right," and he's pretend crying, and I'm thinking it should be the other way around. It's your daughter. You brought her into this world, and he's just, I
Yeah.
just don't understand it all. A reaction, I don't. And it's like, no matter how scared you are, it's pretty much that your daughter's missing. You can just tell the police what you know. Tell him. He's told you to say these things.
And tell him the
Tell him
truth.
everything, because
Yep.
what's he gonna do? He's not gonna do anything to her, and I'd just be more bothered about my child. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
100% she should get some kind of charges, I think, anyway.
Exactly, and that's
For
the
not
kind of vibe I was getting when he
protecting her.
was, like, creeping and lingering in the back,
Yeah.
cracking his knuckles and, like, just making sure that he was, like, in the frame of the video, like, I don't know, like, some people crack their knuckles because it's, like, an anxiety relief kinda thing, but then it's, like, also known as, like, an intimidation thing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't know, like, how to feel about that, but I don't know, she just wasn't showing enough emotion. I don't
I
know.
also saw before, like, or maybe it was during he was supposed to go in front of the judge or whatever. He didn't want his charges read out because he knows he's going to get messed up in jail. And he wasn't even there. There was a guy
Mm.
that looked just like him. I was like, he's right there. It wasn't him. But, like, he didn't want him read and he didn't want to be there.
Do you know,
Like,
they
he's a
should
little
make, I think
bitch.
they should
Pardon
make
my
them be
French.
there.
Oh, absolutely. He's a little bitch. He should be front row, and they should all be there to listen and hear what the judge had to say.
I
I
mean, can you
definitely
imagine if he
agree.
starts pleading not guilty? And it goes, I hope it's not another, like Montgomery case where he just doesn't show up at all after the first couple.
Oh, that guy is
I mean,
such
he
a
should have been made
suspect.
to sit in that chair when that happened to, when they give the verdicts. I couldn't understand that either.
Oh, he should have been there when Kayla was up there
Yeah.
talking about what she did, or what he did. I mean, he should have been there for that. Piece of
Yeah, I
shit.
don't think they should get the choice of whether they want to be there or not. It's
Yeah,
wrong.
nope. I don't think that's fair.
Exactly. I agree with both of you guys, and I think it's really messed up how, prisoners, um, or people charged with these kind of crimes are given these liberties or given these, choices rather. They shouldn't be given these choices, it should be mandatory, like, "You did this crime of X, Y, and Z, like, you need to be present,"
Mm.
and exactly the same with the Montgomery case. That was just cowardly. He didn't show up at all. But then I also think, like you said, Alicia, him being, having his, uh, charges waived or not waived, the reading of his charges waived because it's in front of other prisoners, right? And like you guys know what happens to,
Oh yeah.
child abusers or like pedophiles in prison, right? So I think, he was just trying to cover his butt there, but my God, it shouldn't be an option for them.
No, it shouldn't. No. I don't even understand how it is. I don't even understand.
It's like, they do the crime, they should just do the time. It's like you shouldn't have to wait, use taxpayers' money to protect them from getting beat up or whatever. So what? They
I
deserve
swear to
everything
God,
they
it's
get.
only over here. It's only over here in the States. Everybody's a little bitch when it comes to things, and no, I mean, not everybody, you know what I mean? Like, people like him. It's just, I just don't think it's cool. I don't. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens this next few days. I think with the mum, because I know she has had a lot of interviews with police and interrogations and stuff, but
Oh,
just
she's gonna
she's
slip
sort of
up now.
gone into hiding, hasn't she? But quite a few people, like on, like attorneys and that, have said they wouldn't take her case, but she needs to lawyer up. She should have lawyered up like yesterday. So no,
That's
the mental health card ain't washing with me with her.
Yeah, ladies, it's gonna be quite interesting, you guys, to see this unfold. It's gonna be kind of like the Montgomery case, and it's gonna be unfolding in front of us. And I think it would be good to maybe do some lives together after, any new interviews or any
Yeah.
new court appearances. Keep everybody updated on everything that's going on. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So sad. And
Okay,
yeah.
well, before I wrap up tonight's live, do you guys have any questions um, or any like tidbits of information or anything that you want to share?
I think we've covered everything on this. What I've been looking today. I don't think there's anything new come up yet. So
No,
next
but
few
we've all been
days.
watching like hawks.
Oh no, I keep going on. I keep going on checking for updates. I'm just thinking to myself, well, I'm just getting a bit obsessed now.
No, I am too. Yeah,
It's
I'm.
because I'm impatient. I want the autopsy results out there now. I just want everything out
I
there.
know, and that takes like how long? Like a couple of weeks to like months, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm hoping that. I'm sure. Weren't they saying that the autopsy? And mind you, I don't know. I wonder what they're going to release though as well. I mean, they've released quite a lot of graphic stuff. I'm just wondering if they're going to release everything.
I bet you. I feel like they will. I feel like the only time they haven't really released everything was with the Watts case. Everything else, every other
Well, this
case
is
has seemed to have been
this is
out
it.
there.
If they can get all this off somebody's phone who did a factory reset, but yet they can't get anything off Nicole Kessinger's phone, it just
Yeah,
makes you
right.
wonder, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, I don't know what that brought either.
Yeah, but definitely do some more lives and updates. I think
Yeah, for sure.
it's been fun. I am so glad you're back.
Me too. Me too.
Spread the word now.
That's
I
right.
know. I mean, but we all kind of needed a little hiatus after all the craziness that happened.
Oh,
It was a nice
Yeah,
little reset.
yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes you need a little break from the tubes. The crazy. It's just crazy.
I can't
Full
wait
of
for those
crazies.
questions to start rolling in. Oh my
I'll never
god.
tell.
Oh, I'll tell. I'll tell.
Oh,
You
I
guys
will.
come see me.
I will.
We'll
Exactly.
I'll be
talk.
there
I
with
You
a
knew
big.
they're
come
I'll be
see
coming,
there
but
with
me.
a big tan eye.
I'm not a jerk, but I will be for this. Yeah,
Yes,
for
beware
sure.
of pickle stabbers.
Don't do that right now. Do not.
It's a secret code, guys. It's a secret code.
Oh my god.
Pickle stabbers.
That's right, everybody. Oh my god. I can't. I can't. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
I'm laughing my head off. I look like I've stuck my
I
finger in a
can't
plug
even
socket as
breathe
well.
right now. I can't breathe right now, but I'm dying. I can't with that. I can't.
Yeah. Right
We're
then,
gonna have
well,
to
I am
release a
going
book
to
one
pop
day.
off.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that I think that oh, sorry, there's such a lag. Oh my God, I apologize, you guys. I think maybe we should wrap it up for this evening. We're just a minute shy of 2 hours, so um I just want to take a moment to thank my wonderful friends and moderators for a job well done, and to also thank each and everyone who's joined us, and to those who will be watching the replay. Thank you for joining us in conversation about this case. Also, please feel free to leave us any theories or ideas you may have in the comment section about this case or any case, really. Also, please don't forget to click the thumbs up on the video. It greatly helps the channel and algorithm. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, please, because we would love to have you all back for any upcoming live streams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off then, and I will catch you all later.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thanks for
thank you,
having me
ladies,
up.
Later.
for coming up.
Oh, you've
Of
been amazing. I'm
course.
so glad you're back.
Me
Onwards and
too.
upwards now.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you shortly.
All right. I'm gonna jump off too.
Right, good
I
night,
love you,
ladies.
and I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
All right. Well, again, thank you, ladies, for coming to join me on panel. Woo woo. I apologize for the lag, the delay, you guys. It's really it's different using StreamYard. There is maybe like a 5-second delay, so I apologize if there's any overlap. Um, but again, also please don't forget to click the thumbs up. Like I said, it really helps the channel and the algorithm. Feel free to subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be fantastic if we could, have you guys back for our next live. Um, in the meantime, we don't have any set schedule for any upcoming lives. We're gonna try to hopefully keep it like once a week, especially with as this case is ongoing. Um, in the meantime, just make sure to be safe. Keep your loved ones safe, and we hope to see you all the next time. In the meantime, I am sending you all my love. Okay, so be safe, everyone.